When you think of three things that relate to marijuana, what are they? Most people probably think of the rebel hippies of the 60s, college dropouts, or a gateway into opioid use. But these perceptions of marijuana could be almost nowhere farther from the truth. Sure, the hippies did smoke pot. Some people may feel lazy when they're high, and overexposure to almost anything will either lead to addiction or a desire for a higher high. But like anything else, weed has far more benefits than it does downfalls. Throughout this speech, I am to teach you the social, medical, and economic benefits of legalizing marijuana both recreationally and medically in the United States. If we were to legalize marijuana recreationally, it would be a more regulated drug that the government could not only control, but they would also profit economically off of the booming business that marijuana has already brought to the medical field. Alongside these benefits, marijuana has never killed anyone, which should realistically make it a less dangerous drug than both opioids, which are prescribed medically, and alcohol, which most Americans drink either moderately or in excess. Let's first discuss the potential economic boom that the U.S. could see following the legalization of marijuana. As you may already know, many states have already legalized marijuana medically, but a large handful of states have also begun to legalize marijuana recreationally for adults over 21. In an ABC News article written by Ivan Pereira in November 2020, states that in ballot measures passed in New Jersey, South Dakota, Montana, and Arizona, residents over 21 will be able to purchase and consume marijuana for recreational purposes. It is clear that many state governments have begun to see the benefits of marijuana and what it can do to improve their state's economy. Not only does the introduction of a newly regulated product bring about cash flow, it also provides more jobs at the dispensaries that are popping up all over these states. Investopedia writes in an article from November 2020 titled "The Economic Benefits of Legalizing Weed," New Frontiers report predicting the impact of federally legal marijuana suggests that nationwide legalization could generate 1 million jobs by 2025. Another monetary benefit to legalizing marijuana is the fact that the product has already been advertised for generations, and many people have already been using it, so the market and demand for the product is already established. Legalizing marijuana is essential to getting drug dealers off of the streets and ensuring that the pot that people do smoke or ingest is regulated and trustworthy. If we do not pass federal laws permitting both medical and recreational use, then the United States will continue to see growth in unfair criminalization of our youth, especially the minority population in America, as well as our opioid addiction rates. Mental illness has been brought to the foreground in the medical field recently, and people are finally treating mental illness as a real medical problem. Marijuana can help to reduce not only pain and inflammation in cancer patients, but to help to ease the stress and other neurological issues caused by many mental illnesses. A lot of people that struggle with anxiety, both teens and adults alike, have found that a small dose of marijuana helps reduce paranoia and stress that is caused by their mental illness. If the United States legalizes medical marijuana federally, then doctors can examine patients and decide whether or not they will benefit from medical marijuana. According to Christine Tierney, writer of Healthline magazine's January 2020 article, "What are the benefits of marijuana?" the drug can help with pain management for diseases like arthritis and migraines. It can reduce inflammation in cases of Crohn's disease and irritable bowel syndrome, and marijuana can ease the symptoms of neurological disorders such as anxiety, epilepsy, MS, Parkinson's disease, PTSD, and Tourette's syndrome. There's such a wide range of people that would benefit from medical marijuana, but cannot be prescribed the drug, which is far less addictive than opioids prescribed as pain medication. For decades, people have blindly listened to our government, who claim that marijuana is a far more harmful substance than it really is. As long as people continue to view weed as a more dangerous drug than opioids and alcohol, we are only restricting ourselves socially, economically, and medically. Many people think that it would be difficult to pass these laws, but with so much individual and state support, it could be a very easy bill to pass. In order to legalize marijuana medically and recreationally in America, a vast majority of states would need to pass their own laws supporting the legalization of weed. Next, a bill would need to be drafted in Congress that sets the rules and regulations on a national quantity that any given person can possess, and the rules around interstate transportation and distribution of marijuana. The third step in this plan may be the most difficult in the coming years, but in order to pass a law legalizing marijuana, the President of the United States would need to pass the bill. Hopefully, they will see the need for the legalization because of all the benefits and the increasing state support. Lastly, after the bill is approved by the President, it would need to be passed by the judiciary branch, which is becoming increasingly conservative, which would make it more difficult to turn the bill into a law and complete the legalization process. With the federal legalization of recreational marijuana, millions of people who already smoke marijuana illegally will be consuming the drug through a far more regulated process, as well as contributing to the American economy. If marijuana were to be available as a medical prescription, we would see a rapid decrease in opioid use and an ease to other mental illnesses such as Parkinson's and anxiety. States that have already legalized medical marijuana commonly use it to help treat pain of diseases like cancer and Crohn's disease that cause inflammation throughout the body. I hope that throughout this essay you saw that the national legalization of medical and recreational marijuana is essential to alleviate false criminalization of young Americans, boost the country's economy very rapidly, and provide relief for a wide array of physical and mental illnesses with little known treatment at the moment. If we can pass laws through support at the individual and state level, we may gain the support of the executive and judiciary branches to finally pass this overdue law. Thank you.